Hi, Becca, you're welcome to YEN.com.gh.
Thank you very much, YEN.com.gh, for having me here.
You're so beautiful. You don't look like a mother. When did you give birth? When was that? It's not even a year, right?
Oh, no, not at all.
Your
a few months.
Wow. What's the secret?
Thank you. I've just been taking good care of myself. I think it's a lifestyle, it's a mindset. I tell people all the time, because even before I had a baby, I mean, my lifestyle was working out, eating well. Don't get me wrong, I eat all my fufus and everything, but it's just the amounts, the quantity I eat and the time and everything. So I think it was just that whole lifestyle in my head. I know I'm going back on stage, so I need to be like, taking care of myself. But I eat less carbohydrates and I work out a lot.
You said yes, I do to some man in your life now.
150%.
Wow. then give me an acapella of the yes, I do song, because if you say yes, I do, and you're happy and now you have a baby, give me something beautiful.
Yankwe. As water don't pass Gario, Coco don't tend for me. I surrender all my love to you, my baby. As long as you got me, you don't go need nanny, because I go take care of you, my sweetie baby. So if you ask me if I want to, boo-boo, yes, I do. Be your one and only, boo-boo, yes, I do.
Wow. Were you writing this for Mr. Sunny?
Yes.
Oh, so tell me.
Well, I mean, I wrote this for him, but I also wrote it for everyone out there who's in love, who's falling in love, who wants to propose, who has been proposed to, everyone who has a wedding coming up. Because I just everybody knows me that I really love love, honestly. And so when I'm writing music, it doesn't matter what the tempo is, I always put love in there. It has to be about love. Now, this song, was kind of personal to me because I had been through the experience of saying a yes, I do. And I knew the feeling that I had and how enthused and elated I was, and thought, you know what, I know 100% that the girls out there are going to love this as well, especially if they have said yes I do or about to say yes I do. So it's a love song, everyone can relate to it. It's been fantastic. I really think the ultimate thing is that we're all one people. It wouldn't matter to me whether I was married to a Caucasian or an Asian, or it didn't really matter to me. The most important thing is that love is there. The most important thing, there's like there and there's friendship there. I think that's the ultimate thing. And I think that this is not the first time I've sounded Nigerian, and it's not because I'm married. I think in some of my old songs, like You They Make Me Laugh, I Know Go Tell You Away, I would say all those songs, I try to sound like that because there's show and there's business, and then we do the show by singing, but the business part is how are we going to sell to the world at large? How are we going to sell to people across? Nigeria is closest when it comes to music, So when I do these kind of things, it's only because, I love where I come from, I love being Ghanaian, but at the same time, we're thinking about the business aspect as well. So I waited 33 years to get married, so it had to be somebody that I had a connection with. The most important thing for me was somebody that could understand me and somebody that was a friend. I think that if it was just to do with the business, then I could have found somebody here he's also business inclined when it comes to music. So that wouldn't have been the case. It's just only because I fell in love with my friend, and that was the most important thing.
But after getting married to a Nigerian, you featured Kiss Daniel and then now Tiwa Savage.
Yes.
So does he have a role to play? Your husband, linking you up to the top artists in Nigeria, does he have a role to play there?
100%. He's really connected, and so he would link me up to some of the top artists, But I think that I've been doing music for 13 years, and whether I was with my husband or not, I could have still connected with these guys. My husband just makes it easier because he's connected, he has good networking with these people, so it makes it easier. But after doing music for 13 years, I've also, I've got my own connections and network there, so that's what makes things easy for me, building the name, building a brand that has sustained for 1 or 3 years. Well, with Tiwa, honestly, I'd already been chatting with her because Tiwa has been in the industry for a long time. I came out professionally before she did, but she's been in the game for a longer time, going to Stars of the Future. No, she went to the X Factor, Stars of the Future. X Factor in the UK, she's always been writing songs for some of these celebrities. She's done backing vocals, so she's always been there. I saw her as my big sister and everything, so I've had a connection with her. always been chatting on the phone, but never thought of a collaboration until this song came about. And I thought, you know what, let me just hit her up and tell her to let's do a song. So I hit her up, told her there's a song that is amazing that I think we should do. And she said, send the song to me. I sent it to her. She said, it's 3 verses. I told her it's 3 verses, take the second verse out and do your own, you know, sing the same thing that has been written there. She said, nah, I have to write my own thing. So she took it out, wrote her own thing, and that was it. And she signed to Universal, you know, you all know. So she was quite busy, but she sent me her whole schedule. She said, this one I'm available, this one I can do the song. And so she had, you know, some space somewhere, some window somewhere. I went to Lagos and we shot it. And there you go, Yes I Do was birthed.
How is Yes I Do faring on the market?
Well, you should tell me. You know, you should tell.
Everywhere.
It's your wedding song. It's the ultimate.
Like one of the wedding, the song that you
I think though.
Yeah.
I think so. I think that's the whole idea, you know, because saying yes I do is what, you know, everybody sings at their wedding, and so I think that it's that ultimate wedding song, and that's what I keep saying, that if it's not at your wedding, then sack your DJ, you know. It has already. I mean, we started getting bookings here and there, you know, which is really, really important. You know, it's just 2 weeks, you know, 2 weeks and a few days old, but it just feels like it's been there longer. The response has been good. We're getting so many like people calling it the Yes I Do challenge, which I don't even know where it came about, and everybody's like, especially girls, you know, of different ages. We have girls as young as 3, you know, dancing Yes I Do, you know. So it's a good feeling. It's a really good feeling, yeah. Well, there's always a first time for everything. Somebody just had to say, you know what, it's about time all the girls come together and do something. For me, it was when I was inviting the girls, I thought, you know, let me just do something that is different. Let me go out of my way. I didn't allow anybody in my management to call anybody. I personally reached out to everybody to let them understand that, listen, we're all girls. I love you. You know, you're my little sister or you're my big sister. Come along. Let's just, you know, watch this video. But it's not about the video. It's about all of us girls coming together, thinking constructively, you know, thinking about, you know, ways to progress in music, you know, in this industry, and then just sharing ideas. And we had a lot of fun. We laughed, we giggled, and it was fun. It was fun, yeah. Well, the whole thing about misunderstanding is that for me, when we went there, we were not even thinking about that. Honestly, the girls, you know, did something that I had never seen before. You know, it doesn't matter who you have a beef with. At the end of the day, right? I tell people all the time that we're just human, and you know, we're bound to have misunderstanding with people. We're about to not like what somebody has done to us. But at the end of the day, when you look at the positive side, so far as you have breath and you're alive and you're all together, I think that, you know, you can easily trash that beef, you know. So, I mean, like I said, it was a first step, you know, bringing all my sisters together. So hopefully next time we'll have a more constructive conversation. I don't want to credit just myself for doing something like this. I really believe it's an evolution. It's a revolution that is about to take, you know, Africa, you know, by storm. And I'm glad that I've actually started something like this. I actually called my Nigerian sisters there, and when I got there and I said, I've done something like this in Ghana. You know, I know that the Nigerians also have their own beef going here and there. Let's all come together. People think that girls do not support each other. Let us show them that we support each other. So I hit up my sister Tiwa, Sheshe, or Mommy, all the girls, you know, in the industry, the past, present, and the future, younger ones as well. So I organized a dinner. We came together, and you know, it was a lot of fun as well. You know, seeing all these beautiful women in one room was amazing. So it's something that I want to stop doing. I just feel like we can do so much together as women, you know. Yeah, talk about it, you know, to say women are this, we're that, but I believe we are forced to reckon with when we come together. When I think about the fact that I've been in the industry for 13 years, I'm marveled myself because I feel like I've been in the industry for 3 years. But you will be surprised how time flies. And I feel like it has been wrong for me not to have collaborated with a woman. And even though I would say that there's time for everything, which I really do believe there's time for everything, and I believe this is the time, I feel like God was preparing me to be able to stand on my own grounds and also to be able to reach out to people for them to listen. You know, because I believe that everything is a gradual process. We learn all the time. And I feel like this is the time for me to be able to collaborate with more women. And because as a woman, I need to understand myself to be able to understand people, you know, to understand that, oh, they are not approaching you, your younger sisters, because they feel like you're hard to get to. There's a perception out there. Becca is not friendly. She's that, you know. So that's why even with this one, I had to call them myself and let them understand that, girl, come to me, let's do it. And they came in their numbers, which means they really want to change things.
Watching out for other collaborations?
There's already some that is done, you know. Ooh. So yeah, it's done. It's done.
Something with Fantana?
I love her. I love her so much.
Tell us about Fantana. You showed interest in signing her.
I did.
What special quality do you see?
Well, if you meet that girl, right, there's something about her, you know, I think she's really well brought up. I think she's disciplined. I think she has a lot of charisma. You know, there's something about her. She's a beautiful, good-looking girl. She has an amazing voice as well. And that's all a package, you know. And I feel like, you know, with the kind of, you know, quality she has, if she's just nurtured properly, you know, she can be a force to reckon with, you know. Everybody needs to just be nurtured. So I mean, she's signed to an amazing label, which is fantastic, you know, and I like that as well because, you know, Raftown is doing a good job with all the girls they've signed from, you know, Albany to Wendy, you know, to her. So I believe that they're going to do a good job with her. I like her. I actually think it's something I can do pretty well, but I tell people all the time as well that I don't think an artist that is fully active can actually sign an artist on. Unless, of course, you assign a particular team to the person and not attach yourself too much. Because the survival of the fittest, you know what I mean, Darwin's theory, and everybody is trying to survive in this industry. And so imagine, you know, there's a gig there and you feel like, you know, you would have to 100% be selfless. And as a human being, everybody's fighting to thrive, you know, so you want to be a little inactive. When I say inactive, it's not like you're not going to be called for gigs, but you know, when you're all like rushing to go into the studio, there's always going to be a little conflict. And that is my, you know, assertion of this whole thing. So I feel like, you know, I have people who I can just sign an artist for them to take care of, but I won't be 100% involved. For me to be involved, I have to be a little laid back in music to be able to sign on somebody to individually take care of. For me, the most important thing is this, that I tell people that if you're doing it for yourself, it's different from doing it for somebody. If it's an influence of social media and wanting to be like somebody or be something that you are not to satisfy somebody, then that is the problem. But if you're doing it for self-gratification, that you feel like I want to do it, I personally don't find anything wrong with it. I think that there's a limitation for everything. Appreciate yourself. When you selflessly, you know, appreciate yourself and who you are and you're doing these things, I don't have a problem with it. I only have an issue when people don't have confidence in themselves and want to do it to please somebody else. That is my only thing. You know, this world is, you know, it's a democratic world. Do what makes you happy, honestly. Some bad news gets a little irritating, like when I mean irritating, like really annoying, because you know that that's not the sort of person that you are. But at the end of the day, and I've said this like a zillion times, that you're a public figure. And when you say a public thing, people have access to it. You know, they barely have to ask you for permission to have access to it. And so if I put myself in the front and I've said, you know, this is what I want to do, then people have access to me. But when I wake up and I read some of these things, I get sometimes really upset. But then I think to myself that people have an opinion. At the end of the day, you cannot tell every single person and knock on your doors and say that, listen, I'm not like that, I'm like this, I'm like that. It's you know, about just moving on and being able to, you know, let that thing go, not being deterred, and just keep doing what you have to do. I say that, just keep being good. You know, deep down in your heart, if you know you're good, that's the most important thing. Keep doing what you have to do. Listen, some of the criticism, sometimes you know that as much as it's annoying, you know that it's true. So when it's true like this, I'm not going to come and say it's true, but I know that I'll change within myself. Some of them, it's non-fact, you know, it doesn't make sense and everything. You just have to go. People are out there, 1 CD, 2 CD, you can buy credits. So yeah, forget it. Yeah, I intend to open a school, you know, where I can take care of children. My qualification allows me to open a school and take care of children from birth to 8 years old. And so I think that is something I've wanted to do. I have a spa now, but that's the next big thing that I want to do. I want to have a restaurant because I like to cook, you know. So, but childcare is something that has helped me a lot, you know, especially now that I'm a mother. You know, I understand so much about children. I'm definitely going to use it, definitely. You know, that was just something I did after going to do all my degrees and things like that. That's my...
Having more children, because if you love children, maybe you want 5, 6, 7.
Well, even if it's 11, you know, it's nothing. A football team is better. I'll just call it, yeah. But I think that for me, I don't, you know, I can have, you know, it in my head here that I want to have 2, 3 children or whatever. But at the end of the day, I leave it to nature and for God to decide on how many children He wants to give me. So. Yeah.
Yesterday, the person was here, 52 years, and she's still singing.
And she's so beautiful. I love her so much. She's like one of my inspirations when it comes to, you know, looking good, feeling healthy, being youthful and vibrant, you know, exuberant in her age, you know, and she has an amazing voice as well. I definitely want to be doing music, you know, when I'm 52, you know. I'm probably not going to be running into the studio every now and then, but, you know, I know that there's going to be gigs presidents all around the world are going to be calling me to perform for them. So 100%. Music is something you can never throw away. It's a part of you for the rest of your life, you know, because it leads you to do other things, you know, like Yvonne Chaka Chaka, she's moving all around the world doing UN things, you know. Those are the kind of things that I want to do in the long run, yes. I actually followed 0 people. That's what people didn't know. It was 0 people. I only followed my husband when I got married to him. And so when I unfollowed everybody, my husband was not even being, my then not husband was not even being followed. I think it's just fair that I follow my husband because it's my husband, you know. But I didn't unfollow because I don't love people that follow me. I love them so much and I appreciate them. At that time, I was doing a lot of things. I was opening a business, I'm into real estate, I was building properties, I was doing other things as well. And what I wanted to do, so I wanted to concentrate. I was giving music a little bit of a 1-year pause where I wanted to do other things. And I just wanted concentration. And you know, I'm a social media addict. I can stay on the phone till 3 a.m., 4 a.m. before I sleep. Sometimes I'm sleeping and the sun is coming out, you know. So it was at that point where I said, you know what, let me just move away from certain things, you know. And I wasn't following more than 10 people, you know, and all of them are still my besties. So I don't think they had a problem with it. And I tell people that the people that love Becca don't have an issue with this, because they see people follow Beyonce, those that have a problem, right? Sometimes I just want to just be inquisitive and I click it and I see Beyonce is following 0 people and she's following Beyonce. The same person criticizing me is following Beyonce and she's following nobody. So, but I love everybody. I love my fans. I appreciate them so much. And that's a conversation is good to crash because they think maybe I'm followed because I don't know. 100% appreciate everybody. It was just a certain time in my life, you know, that I had to, please. Yeah, but I come on. Like, how can we're doing music because of our fans, you know. If it wasn't for them, then we wouldn't be here, because they consume our music, you know. You don't do music and sit in your room and listen to it alone. It's a profession, and the profession is for you to go out there and make money out of it. And these are the people that consume my music, so I cannot not love them, you know. And, you know, deleting 9 people or people off my thing doesn't mean I don't love you at all. My husband is not a celebrity.
It's because your husband, because before you got married to him, we here in Ghana knows him, you know. He's somebody that is not. Yourself being a celebrity, do you think it's difficult getting married or staying in marriage as a celebrity?
My husband is, you know, maybe it's because I know the kind of person that he is. He's such a nerd. He's a nerd, like he's a nerd. He can calculate everything for you on earth, science. He can name every species on earth for you. He's very scientific like that. So I never really thought he was. I know he's musically inclined because he likes music. He likes to involve in music, and he's really smart. And so I think I married a smart man. Yeah.
You and him, are you sure it's
we're friends.
He's also busy.
We're friends, and that's like I keep saying. Like my husband and I are just friends, you know. Like I fight like with him like my friend, you know. I laugh with him like he's my friend. I quarrel with him like he's my friend. And the thing is that when I turn left and right and I can't find anybody because I don't have friends, I sometimes forget I'm not talking to him. I say, "Baby, do you see that thing?" You'll be like, "You are talking to me now, right?" You know. So it's a friendship that I built to him. It's so easy to deal with him, honestly. No, it doesn't at all. And that's why I married somebody like him, because he understands what I do. If I did not marry somebody like him, I think that I'll have a problem, because I'm out there every day. I'm hugging every guy. Everybody sees you. They're hugging you. They're giving you a peg. You know, it's just a matter of trust and friendship. Honestly, for me, yeah. What makes me happy is self-satisfaction, self-gratitude. You know, not everybody wakes up in the morning. So when I wake up every day, I'm happy. My family, my daughter, those are the things that make me happy. And honestly, my work as well. Puts a smile on my face.
BM and Benz, BMW or Benz, which one?
Benz.
Jollof or fried rice?
Jollof.
Ghana or abroad? Ghana or abroad?
Ghana, come on.
Ghana or Nigeria?
Ghana.
Okay, tall or short guy?
Medium.
Medium. Fair or dark?
Dark.
MPP or NBC?
I beg you.
Shatawale or Manifest?
Shatawale, Mani. Shatawale. Yes.
Kid or Kwame Eugene?
Gosh, Kwame Eugene. Kiddy. I don't know. I haven't thought about it. Sorry.
Wendy Shea or Fantana?
Sorry?
Wendy Shea or Fantana?
Gosh. Both of them.
No, yeah. You choose one.
Honestly, both of them.
Medical or strongman? Medical or strongman?
Sorry.
You know medical.
I know medical. I know strongman. He has a baby right now, right? Both of them.
No, you should choose one.
I should?
Yeah, you should choose one.
Who have I listened to the most? Medical.
Okay, you listen medical. So you listen to Ghana music. What do you think about the crop of the new guys? The Kwame MP, Kofi Mole,
man. Oh, forget it. Chrissy's Atta is amazing. Like Mole is amazing. All of them, they are really, really good. I love them. I think that they are the revolution, man. They're the big things now, and they're going to take Ghana really far.
So you're hoping to if the young ones come and say, okay, Becca, I want to.
Some of them have already, so we're working on it. Yeah, I love Chrissy Atta, so much. So.
So aside music, tell us about business. What are you into that we don't really know that? Maybe you can purchase your brand or something.
Absolutely. Well, I have a huge spa just around the corner from the office, so they can come. There's called Cora Spa opposite the ANC. We do everything there, health and well-being. So if you want to feel and look good, you can come there. Arguably, I think it's the best spa in the whole of Ghana. Beautiful place. Cora Spa, which is also my name, Cora Spa. So that's there. And realtors, well, if you want to buy houses, come and see me. I build and sell, so come and see me, and then let's do some business. So
wow.
Yeah. So
generally, you have a stubborn daughter. How do you handle marriage?
My daughter, my daughter is not stubborn. I think she's really confident. She's just 8 months, but she knows what she wants, and I think that's what I want to train my child to be. I want my child to be somebody who knows what she wants, very respectful, God-fearing, and quite intelligent. So she's going to be studying very much, and I want her to be bilingual as well, speak different languages. So we're going to work at that.
You cry at night?
No, she doesn't cry at night. She only cries when she wants her food, And aside that, she's never been a crybaby, even from birth.
So you think she's good for you because she doesn't cry, so you can go out and.
God created her for me, and I say that all the time. Even from when she was about 3-4 months, I kept saying, this child is just from God, because God knows the kind of job that I'm doing, and He had to give me a daughter like this. Listen, she is so beautiful, and I'm not exaggerating. Like, she's honestly very beautiful.
I'm going to see her face, because
YEN.com.gh. I'll let you guys be the first to have her photos. Honestly, she's gorgeous. She's really gorgeous.
Wow.
I'm not exaggerating or anything, because I know I'm fine, but 100%, yes, 100%. I will.
Second most read in Ghana, so when we put something, everybody beats it.
Yeah, you are. Hey.
Yeah, second most read, yes, you should know that. So.
We all know you're big. Stop bragging. I love you guys so much. Thank you, YEN.com.gh, for having me here. To my fans out there, I love you all so much. Thanks for supporting Becca music from then till now. Listen to my new song, Yes I Do, featuring Tiwa Savage. If you want to follow Becca, Twitter, Instagram, it's Becca Frica, BECCAFRIC. I love you. Listen to Yes I Do, and that is your ultimate wedding song. Thank you, Yen, again, and I love you.
Bye.
What is wrong, honey?
I got scammed at the market.
This wouldn't have happened if you used Gigi. Gigi is a huge online marketplace where you can buy and sell goods such as cars, smartphones, or even houses. Gigi is absolutely free. Gigi!
Wow!